So what I've got here is just some walnut sawdust. And the question is, can we add it to our epoxy? Watch the end of the video and you'll see the results. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're taking this white oak here, we're gonna strip it down to about 3 3/8. The final width of the cross pieces are 3 1/4. So I'm gonna go a little wider and then clean up my edges. So we'll get that cut down first. All right, we got our pieces down to 3 3/8. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them down to the couple lengths that I need. So for the cross piece of the cross, the finished width is 11 1/4, and then my top and bottom is going to be 8 4 inches, so 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these all down to just a little over 12 to begin with. I'll take them down to 12 1/4. 12 1/4, that'll give me enough to cut my 4 8 out of that 12 inch. All right, so now I should have enough material here to make 4 crosses. All right, I'm just going to clean up the edges on the sander. All right, so we got everything to the correct width. Now we gotta give everything the correct length. Again, this cross piece is 11 1/4, bottom's 8, and the top is 4. All right, we got all our pieces cut. Now we're ready for glue up. I'll show you what we got going here. So we got the bottom, and then we got the matching green for the top. Okay, we got them all glued up. Now we're gonna get them sanded down. These are 3 1/4. Probably take them down close to probably 5 8. All right, next step is we're gonna get them stained out, get them all sanded down. Once I stain it, you'll see how bad it's gonna look inside here with all the, where you can't, it's hard to sand, so we'll get these stained out. All right, so this is what it looks like stained, and you can see it looks pretty, doesn't look very good at all back in here on the stain. That's just because it's really hard to sand back in here to get it even. Again, this is oak. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna inlay it with some walnut. Okay, so probably asking, well, how am I you gonna inlay with walnut? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first start making some walnut dust, and then we're gonna add that to our epoxy, and then we're gonna pour the epoxy in here. Okay, so that's where we'll get the walnut, kind of the color of walnut down inside here. one thing we're gonna do is we need to figure out volume wise so we don't waste a lot of epoxy, because epoxy's not cheap. So here's a little cool trick, is to take some rice. So now we can just dump the rice out. So this happens to come out to almost a full cup that we're gonna need. All right, we're gonna get our epoxy all mixed up here. And then we'll start adding our walnut sawdust there. That's what it's starting to look like. Still see it's a little thin. We'll add some more. I think we're looking pretty good right there. Now we're going to take it and we're going to try to carefully pour this in there to keep it off the letters. All right, appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. And so here is the final result of what that cross looks like with the walnut and epoxy inlay. So as you've seen in the video there, whenever I cut this out, I was planning on just staining the whole thing and then that was it. But trying to sand all this stuff smooth in here was just pretty hard, with especially being this oak. And so I had to come up with a solution. So that solution was using epoxy with some walnut dust. So there's the final result again, guys. So appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end, and we'll see you on the next one.